Yes, Zaga, Yaga. You know the vibes. You rocking out with yours truly. Showtime Sizzle. I am the sauce. It is a glorious Thursday. Want to have a little fun today, and I've got a little bit of time. Um, like I said, Throwback Thursday. Gonna upload this because we're definitely gonna use this at some point in this presentation. Shout out to my man WCS, man. Oh man, great live. Salute to his chat. Big Bunts and Boxing, J8, man. You guys helped me get through the day today, man. Oh man. I know the paving crew guys thought I was crazy. I was pulling the machine and with the headset on, just laughing at the live that World Combat did earlier. Man, he's on your heels there, Bucky. He's on your heels. But yes, what I want to talk about today, right? In no particular order. You see the PNB still trending as it should. Somebody lost their life in a shooting. But now you are seeing what I like to call the social media detectives. People are starting to piece together different scenarios. That's why I said the social media detectives. You know, a video has surfaced of PNB and another gentleman on his live going back and forth. And you see how, the powers that be, like I said, the social media detectives, they have already pretty much tried to place like this guy is the shooter and well, let's say alleged that he's the shooter, that he, is the guy that took PMB down. But it's like crazy for people to just assume and make accusations off of a live stream just because you see a guy who appears to have had a issue with him. I say in this, let the authorities, the ones who are paid, who are paid the tax dollars to solve crimes and do this sort of job, handle their business. But like I said, in this day and time when we are living in a social media society, uh, people are going to do what they do. But I just found that like crazy how, like I said, the social media detectives, the bloggers are putting together scenarios of who alleged murdered this man. And they're using old live stream clips and it's crazy. But that, like I said, that's the world we live in. But I'm going to show you how this all ties into where I'm going to take this. Um, and I'm going to use this video of Erica Badu, and I want y'all to catch the source. This is the thesis of the topic, and it ties into YTC to the YouTube. Catch her source right here, and I'm going to break it down for y'all.
There's a philosophy that says 85% of the people on the planet are followers. 10% of the people on the planet are creators or leaders, and 5% of the people are observers. So when you got 85% of the people who are willing to follow, the 10% who are able to create something are going to capitalize off of that.
Man, was that so powerful? Now check this out, right? When you look at YouTube, social media, she broke it down for y'all, and that is really truly the formula. 85% of the people are followers. Followers. Let's look at YouTube. How many of these so-called channels, right? And I'm gonna reference boxing because I be fucking with the boxing. Uh, just follow, listen to people, the 10%, right? I'm going to put myself in the 5%. The 10% that are creators, right? That are creators, right? How many people, like I said, are followers? 85%. So when you go to some of these channels, you see the 85%, right? They are just following a narrative, following a story. Then you have the 5% that are observers, you know? They observe, they're watching. Check the source
There's a
again.
philosophy that says 85% of the people on the planet are followers. 10% of the people on the planet are creators or leaders, and 5% of the people are observers. So when you got 85% of the people who are willing to follow, the 10% who are able to create something are going to capitalize off of that.
Mm, they capitalize off of the followers. And you see that on YouTube, especially. Like I said, with these big channels, they get their followers to what? Drink the Kool Aid. Yeah, 5% of observers. See, the observers shake shit up. And I'm only speaking on that because sometimes the observers, the 10% that are quote unquote the leaders, they fear the observers because the observers are woke, conscious, free thinkers. They are also creators too, but instead of them capitalizing off of the 85%, which are followers, the 5% that are the leaders are trying to awaken others, especially the 85% that are followers. So let me break it down in a better terminology, dumb it down now. There are sheep, there are shepherds, there are wolves. The wolves are the 10%. The sheep are the 85%. The shepherd who is trying to awake the sheep is the 5%. The observer. Hopefully y'all are catching this source today. See how I tied it in? See how I told you I was going to tie it in? But like I said, a lot of stuff is trending. Oh, I think we're getting out of here. I see guys starting up their trucks. Yeah, I think we're leaving. The guys are taking off. So why don't we get mine started? Hopefully you guys can still hear me. I am going to get on down the road. Get on down the road. Your lights back. Yes, this machine is very loud, right? Sorry about that. No, it is what it is. Like she's a powerful machine. I just want to come on and just put that out there, man. Are you part of the 85% followers, 10% leader, or 5% observer? You all know what goes on the YTC on a daily basis. A lot of 85%ers, a lot of followers, a lot of followers. That's why you see a lot of clashes when it comes to YouTube and the different bloggers. You know why? Because the 10% that are the leaders on the YouTube, they fear that if their sheep are awoken, they can no longer be in the 10 percentile as a leader or co-creator. That is why it is important to do what they do as far as the trickery, the deceptions, the lie, the storytelling. I want y'all to check this source right here, right? I watched, and this is how, like I said, how some people on YouTube are just lost zombies, right? A guy did an interview with 50 Cent, right? In this interview, 50 Cent stated that the fight between Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford is going to happen. He says he knows this because he's cool with both sides. He just had Tycoon Week. He said the reason why he didn't invite Earl to Tycoon Week is because Bud was there, but the fight is going to happen, right? Now, I watched a YouTube channel, a prominent YouTube channel, right? Who I would classify as the 10% guy, right? He's a YouTube leader. He has an 85% following that follow. And now, instead of these 85%, right, doing their own research, like what I just broke down to you of the interview, this guy takes the interview and just does what I did. Tells you about it, but uses question mark, right? Uses question mark to water it down as far as the 85% sheep can say, oh, well, such and such said that, the fight possibly is going to happen because 50 cents, you see, it goes on as a 5%er, right? I observe these things, right? Now, what I try to do is I try to educate y'all, inform y'all, like do your own research. Yesterday I did a live, right? So I got tired and I was just tired of watching guys talk about guaranteed purses and making making. So what I did was I took it back to the archives. I pulled out a classic LA Times actual interview, article, interview, whatever you want to call it, showing the type of money that Sugar Ray Leonard was earning from 1980 up until the present time of that article in 89, right? I only did that because when you come on YouTube and you hear these 10 percenters, these disgruntled people who are frustrated in life and they try to belittle others, speak on uh, people pricing themselves out and uh, take this and take that. So what I had to do was I had to show like, damn, we talk about fights being of this magnitude, the Terrence Crawford, Wilkinson, Terrence Crawford, and Earl Spence. We speak about how this is the biggest fight in boxing. So what I did was I referenced a couple big fights from years past, Hagler Hearns, uh, Ray Leonard Hearns, Ray Leonard Hagler, and I showed the real facts. What Sugar Ray was guaranteed 13 million, 10 million. This was in the 80s, 85, 82 against Duran. What was it, 10 million? I don't have the actual article in front of me because, like I said, we are movers and groovers. Hey, we are movers and groovers. So I'm out and about. But I just did that just to prove a point. Sometimes you need to do your own research. Stop listening to people just because they have a mouth and they're talking. Because sometimes their information is so offline. Get it offline? That's why they're online. Hopefully y'all caught that source. But yes, don't fall victim to being a follower. It's nothing wrong with being your own creator. And it damn sure is nothing wrong with being an observer. Hopefully, y'all caught and enjoyed this sauce. Zaga, yaga, you know the vibes. Ahala.
There's a philosophy that says 85% of the people on the planet are followers. 10% of the people on the planet are creators or leaders, and 5% of the people are observers. So when you got 85% of the people who are willing to follow, the 10% who are able to create something are going to capitalize off of that.